Recording, and we're recording. Excellent. Hello. Welcome to the show. Please
Thank you.
introduce yourself.
My name is James Kang. I am currently in the LA area. I'm with the United Methodist Church, and I'm just here in my car. I am not without a house or home, but I'm here because this is the only place where I think I can have some kind of sustained conversation with people without there being now three little creatures
Yes.
swimming around in our little apartment. But I'm grateful for my spouse who's holding things down, so I'm able to do this.
Yeah, she's pretty incredible.
Absolutely.
Two follow-up questions. What part of LA area are you in now?
I'm in Pasadena.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I hope no one tries to come and find me, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
No, that's why we can't identify you by anything in the background.
Yeah.
Now, what street do you live on now? And what car are we driving?
Oh, I am in a I don't want to give that away. Let's just say I'm in a Toyota Prius. That'll help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Sure.
We actually do have a Toyota Prius. You know what though? Yeah. Should we talk about cars for a second?
Let's do it. I love talking
Yeah.
about cars.
I think that Toyota Prius would be a lot better if their prices were a little bit lower. I feel like
Yeah,
they make it a little bit more expensive because they know you're going to save on gas if you do save on gas.
yeah.
So they're just taking that money. But it's, I think, our first car that we have paid from beginning to end, and we are very, very proud of owning it.
Nice. Well, my brother works for Toyota, so I'll pass along the message.
Where at though now? At headquarters in Texas?
He is at the big distribution center
Okay.
I guess it's in Kentucky.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he lives in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yes.
Wow, this is like the third or fourth time I've heard of the city called Cincinnati in about 3 or 4 months, which
Yeah.
is a very, very high frequency.
Yeah.
The reason why I keep hearing about Cincinnati is because on YouTube somehow we got connected to whatever Cincinnati Zoo was doing on YouTube.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if anyone ever, but they go through all of their animals and critters, and they put it all on YouTube as though you were going through the exhibition. And if you have children, they love it. And it's now our goal to make it to the Cincinnati Zoo as soon as all of this is over.
Well,
And
I can't speak for them, but I think my brother and my sister-in-law would be thrilled to have you. They also were big fans of the Cincinnati Zoo.
are they really? Yeah. Is it that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wasn't Harambe at the Cincinnati Zoo?
Probably, but what is that?
Wasn't he like the gorilla that they had to get put down for some reason? I,
Ooh.
so much has happened in these last few years
Yes.
that I'm getting my memes mixed up. So, but
Well,
somebody will comment and someone will give us a history of Harambe.
that would be good. I personally just want to say that I thought that Cincinnati was west of the Colorado Rockies, and this is not the case.
What state did you think it was in?
It's Ohio,
But
right?
but where do you think Ohio is?
I thought Ohio was west of Colorado.
What? like like between Colorado and
Nevada and
Utah?
Nevada.
No, that's Utah. There's a
Yeah.
state there, Utah.
Yeah, sometimes I forget once you get north of Nevada, I
Uh-huh.
don't the only thing that
You
I
get
know
into
that's
Idaho.
north of Ohio, exactly. The only thing that I know that's north of Nevada and east of Nevada, northeast of Nevada, is Yellowstone. But I don't know what states Yellowstone is in.
Yeah. It's in a couple states, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say Montana and Wyoming.
See, you don't even know.
All right. That sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But I don't. Yeah, but I don't think
Don't
Wyoming.
deflect this on me, man. You thought Ohio was west of Colorado.
I think I got Ohio and Iowa mixed up, and I didn't know how close Ohio was then to like Indiana and Illinois. But did you know that they call Illinois like Chicago? They call it the Midwest.
Oh yeah, I mean it's literally like
Yeah,
middle of the country. You know who's from Chicago?
Michael Jordan.
I don't think he's from Chicago.
Everyone from the TV show ER. Everyone on the TV show Chicago PD.
Oh, do you watch those? That's
No,
like
I not anymore, dude.
oh, Melissa and I love watching all those Chicago shows. They're just like our zone out and just watch something together shows.
It
But
is somewhat of a vice because it seems that everyone on that particular unit of the department throws the Constitution out the window every time they have to go after somebody.
yeah, oh yeah, and then like yeah, just I feel like it's getting a little bit like ER did in the final seasons, where just like ridiculous stuff was happening to try and
Right.
keep people's attention. Like,
Yeah.
wasn't there was like one episode in ER towards the end where like a helicopter like crashed into the building,
Yes.
and like two
Yes.
episodes later, like a tank crashed into the building,
Something like that. Yeah.
and like seven people died of cancer. And it's,
Yes.
if I worked there, I might be leaving. And then I feel like Grey's Anatomy kind of does the same thing too. Like you don't have to
Yeah.
kill everybody off. People just move. They get other
Yes.
jobs and they go.
You, I think after Dr. Green left, I don't know that there was much for me to watch ER4 and about.
No, I think a lot of people see that season as like the actual last season of
Yeah.
ER. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was born in Chicago.
No way.
Yeah, outside of it. We moved to California when I was real young.
Like what age? How long were you there for?
We moved when I was 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I came to the United States when I was 3.
Oh, nice.
So I guess you don't really remember much of Chicago.
Nope. I've been back a few times as an adult, but you know,
Chicago's kind of crazy, man.
yeah, I love that. It's a great city.
Like I'm really really sure it's a great city. I I really quickly I had to go there for something,
Uh-huh.
and I had to get a rental car,
Hmm.
and then I got the rental car and I took it over to where we were staying, and then I looked in the back seat and I thought, oh, someone left their broom here
Oh, I thought you were
before
going to
they.
say someone left their baby here.
Well, that would have been, I don't know if that would have been better or worse, but someone left their broom before they had to get on their flight, and it turns out it's this thing that you're supposed to use to scrape the ice or snow off of your windshield.
A broom?
Yeah, and I thought it was a
Scraper.
broom.
It's this ice scraper.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like what an ice scraper is supposed to look like. It looks like a broom. And
Interesting.
I left my water bottle in the car overnight. It became an
Hmm.
ice pack.
Yep.
And on that particular day, I think it's late August or early September, it happened to be the quote unquote first snow of the year.
Hmm.
Um, of course, did I have any clothes for the first snow of the year? No, of
No.
course not. I was just dressed like some dude from LA.
Right.
So
Like
everything was,
Pasadena's here.
uh,
Let's do
yeah,
it.
everything's like cotton.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's cool though. Chicago's cool.
Yeah. So another thing I'd like to point out is I think it's great that you're wearing your seatbelt, safety first.
Yes. You know, the thing about these Zoom meetings is that sometimes they do live up to their name.
Uh,
And I gotta have this thing on right now. Or I'm gonna jump into another. part of the space-time continuum.
I think it would have been great, like if the whole time you were just sort of like pretending to steer as well. It's like
I am in
we're
a
driving.
parking lot. I am in a parking lot, so I am able to do. I actually thought I would do that, but then I thought it'd be rude to you to do that, so I'm
Right.
not doing that.
But Jerry Seinfeld made a whole. I mean, he's made millions of dollars out of
I know,
driving around with people and talking to them
I
on
know.
film. So
The thing is that he has also spent millions of dollars on
hmm,
cars that it's worth to do that in.
that's true.
Um,
That's
I got
true.
to figure that part out, but I am trying comedy a little bit. Also on my Facebook, have you seen some of my videos?
Like some of your like podcasts and
No, there's
video
another one.
stuff.
If you
Oh,
go
okay,
if you look carefully, you'll
sure.
see some short films that I've made.
Okay, I think I've seen bits and pieces.
Okay, all right, cool.
So tell me, let's go into that. Talk about those.
I can't. It's top secret. But if you go into if you go into my Facebook account, like what the heck do they call it now?
I don't know, but everybody hack into James's Facebook account.
No. If you go to my account, not into it like log in, but if you go to my, it's not even a page. But anyway, just come to where I'm at and look up videos. You'll see some peculiar videos of someone that looks like me
Uh,
piloting a fighter jet.
okay,
Yeah,
are you actually piloting a fighter jet?
you have to watch and see.
Okay, all right. Is this publicly available, or do people have to be Facebook friends
No,
with
you have to be my friend. So
you?
first, ask to be my friend.
Okay, okay,
Hmm.
gotcha. Sounds like a plan. I feel like I had another important follow up question, but I never know where to go with you, man. Oh, how did we meet? This is what I'm trying to ask everybody.
Well, I think we first physically met at
I think so too.
lead number one.
Hmm.
And prior to that, it was just kind of virtual. And then there was some other conferences almost right afterwards that we got to meet each other at. But
Yeah,
I had no idea that there was anyone by the name of Bobby Reinders in existence
there still isn't.
in Claremont at Claremont. And what year did you graduate?
What year did I graduate? Claremont, '06.
Okay, maybe that's why, because I graduated 2010.
Yeah, so we just missed each other.
I think I came in right when, but I think right after that, you were just right across the street, right? Or right across the way?
No, I was like contemporaneously at Claremont United Methodist Church as the youth
Right.
director
Yeah.
from like '04, '05, '06.
Okay.
Sounds about
Okay.
right. And
Okay.
then so yeah, and then moved to Arizona in June of '06.
Okay.
Been here ever since.
Arizona. Hey, what does it say? Right now it says 77, but yesterday it said like 91 or something like that here
Oh, it's
in the LA
it's
area.
106 right now, man.
106.
Yeah, and we just got like literally just before I came on, we just got like hit by a monsoon. So
Wow.
like crazy rain and thunder and lightning everywhere.
So how are you supposed to prepare for something like that?
Oh, a monsoon? You don't.
It's like you need a rain layer on top and then a t-shirt on the inside or something like that.
It wouldn't help. It's so much water and wind.
I'm on Zoom meetings with people from Arizona now and then, and it looks like they all live in their basement, and there's no windows. There's no windows on any of the walls.
Oh no.
Uh, is that the case?
No.
When I went to Arizona, one of the things that really shocked me was as we were landing, the flight attendant said, "Everyone close your shades.
Yes.
Everyone bring down your shades." I thought, why? You want me to throw up in this thing? The only way I'm gonna not be airsick is if I'm looking outside.
It keeps the heat out.
Apparently, but if shades is what it takes to keep the heat out of an airplane, we're in bigger trouble than that. But anyway,
Yeah.
then I went to the hotel, and at the hotel room they had these shades on the windows, and
Yeah.
I never raised those shades like
Yeah.
the whole time.
No.
So why even have windows? You
You
know what I'm
can't
saying?
can't let it in. Can't let the heat in. We're getting these like solar shades for our bedroom windows because they face west
Oh
and
yeah,
like bakes the house in the afternoon.
yes.
Yeah. But October through most of May, it's pretty awesome here.
October through most of May.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's when you want the windows.
right.
Yeah, that's when you want the windows. So was that trip when you came out for jurisdictional conference?
Yes.
Yeah, that was crazy times, man.
So don't tell this to anybody, but
Okay,
I
it's
for
just a private chat between the two of us.
yes, I forgot to register for jurisdictional conference. And the big deal about that is because if you registered, I think you could have stayed at the hotel where it was at.
Wait, didn't California Pacific Conference like pay for you as an employee to stay there?
Yes, but they don't register for me.
Okay, so where did you stay?
I stayed at another hotel and it took a car ride to get over there. And I had to take like a Uber or Lyft every morning.
Okay,
Whereas if I were to stay there, I would have just
yeah,
walked on over and I wouldn't have gone through um, the 80 something degree morning drive. I don't even know how these tires make it. I think that what the tire companies do is they just scrape the asphalt around July or August and then they make tires with it. I
right.
think
Fresh
it,
tires, Phoenix.
if they did a biological study of all the people that lived in the Arizona area, they would find that over the course of 10 years, they end up looking more and more like turtles and rattlesnakes and stuff like that, you know?
Sure. Have you always lived in California? I mean, other than being born not in the United States.
Yeah, I have lived in California, pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
And I've only kind of like visited other places, but I never really lived anywhere else per se.
And clearly not Ohio.
Not Ohio.
No.
I think I did come close to Ohio, Chicago.
Yeah,
um,
Chicago get you in the ballpark.
how
Yeah.
about Nashville? How far away is Ohio from Nashville?
Oh man, I feel like you
Oh
could do
no.
that drive in a day. It's hard, living in the West like most of your life. Everything is like far away, and you get out into the further you go east, like all these other major cities are so much closer to each other. And
Yes.
like, oh, we could hit like 5 of these cities in like a 1 day drive. Here,
Yes, you.
here I
Yeah.
can drive for 8 hours, and I'm not even to San Diego yet. Like
Wait, how long does it take you to get to LA if you take the 10 West from where you are?
about 8 hours because
Oh, really?
it's two to Phoenix from Tucson, and then
Okay.
about another 6. So you can do it in 7 if all the conditions are right.
So, I think the longest that I have lived anywhere else outside of California was General Conference.
What? That's awesome.
Because I think I had to be away for like 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
that was Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I started to um, text with my spouse, "Oh yeah, I'm done with whatever. I'm heading home now." You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
was in my hotel. I was at Portland for so long. I started to see um, my hotel room as my
You
apartment.
were about to like register to vote there, and
Yes.
maybe go get a driver's license.
Yes, I was gonna go to the DMV.
Yeah.
Portland, Oregon, you don't like pay any tax or something like that, or some tax you
Yeah.
don't pay,
No.
sales
No
tax or
sales
something.
tax. No sales tax. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think that means like property tax and income tax is higher. Don't quote me on that.
it might. Yeah, it might
Yeah.
be, but you know,
Yeah. Where
I
did you
think
go to?
that.
Where did you go to undergrad?
1 second.
Are you taking another call?
No, I gotta respond to a text message.
Oh,
Where did
excellent. Okay. Hey, take your
where
time.
did where did where did I go to undergrad? I graduated from UC Irvine. Um,
Did I?
but
Have we talked about this before, or did I just block it out of my head?
probably.
You're the enemy, man.
Where did you go?
Long Beach.
Long Beach and Irvine doesn't have no rivalry
Yeah.
about like what? Like volleyball or something like that?
Basketball.
I don't know if Irvine was
We got
such.
to beat those anteaters, man.
I kind of didn't really have too much pride in my school, but I went to prior to that I went to Pepperdine University, which was
Yeah.
um
Church of Christ, man.
yeah, Church of Christ.
No,
They
no instruments.
exactly. Did you know about that? I didn't know about that my whole
Dude.
life.
So,
Yeah.
one of the first guests on the show is a former Church of Christ guy.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
look that.
Dave Watson.
Yeah, no instruments, and had to, in order to become a student, I had to sign a contract that I'm going to behave in the way that this handbook says.
Mm-hmm. And
Stuff.
you'll wear your seatbelt at all times.
You have to wear a seatbelt. You have to wear gloves. And but yeah, that's where I went to undergrad. Where did
Nice.
you go to undergrad?
Long Beach.
Why did you go to Long Beach?
So, okay, well, I got
What
to
did
back
you
up.
study there?
So I went to Las Positas College for my associate's degree, community college up in the Bay Area. And then I had to figure out where to transfer. And I looked a lot at UC Davis just because I had some friends who were there. Um, Not because I like cows and farm country in Northern California.
Hmm.
No offense to our friends in Davis. It's a great little town. Um, and but then I decided like, wait, if I could like sort of pick where I want to go, and there's 27 Cal States at the time, and I think 10 or 11 University of California colleges, and I had met the requirements to, obviously you still have to get in, but I met the requirements to apply anywhere I wanted to go. I was like, I'm going to go to the beach, and they all cost the same. So, and at the time it was $600 a semester to go to a Cal State. It was crazy. So, so I applied. So I visited Long Beach. I don't think I visited San Diego, but I didn't need to because I'd been to San Diego and I knew I liked it. So I had like Long Beach and then San Diego as my backup, and then Chico as like my second backup because that's where my parents went. And Chico's a pretty cool town, but I was all about the beach. I just wanted to be able to throw on my swim trunks and my sandals and head down after class. And I took full advantage of that. While also maintaining a high GPA, I will tell you. and
Well,
and I was on the rowing team. So
I'm
not
sure
correct.
that the curriculum is designed such that a student is able to do all of those things at once.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm pretty sure about that. I actually got to visit Cal State Long Beach, and then I got to know the area a little bit. Like, there's that one street uh, called, and then it's the area called Belmont
Uh-huh.
Shore.
Belmont
Belmont Shore,
Shore. Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Belmont Shore is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I think
And
it's is that Second Street down there. I
yeah, I
think.
think it's Second Street.
Yep.
Yeah, Second Street,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a real cool place. And but even right before Belmont Shore, um, right as the 22 freeway
Mm-hmm.
kind of ends and it
Yep.
turns into 7th Street,
Yeah.
you
Bellflower.
could
That's Bellflower there. Yeah.
right,
Right by the
right,
university.
right, exactly, and it passes by Cal State, and right across the street from Cal State Long Beach was this little area. I think there's a Ralph's there, and there's this
Uh,
one place there.
that's where I did all my grocery shopping for a couple of
Oh,
years.
for real? For real,
Yeah.
right there? Okay. And right there is a restaurant called Cha for Tea. Did you
Oh
ever go to that one?
no, there was a restaurant there called Blueberry Hill. That was
Blueberry Hill.
yeah.
I never went to that one. See, if we had known each other, we would have already doubled our restaurant experience near Cal State LA.
Oh man, I'm so hungry now because now I'm thinking of all the restaurants I used to hit up
Yeah.
in Long Beach, like Echo
Yeah.
Pizza. That was a killer spot.
Wow, I don't even know what that is.
Mostly because I think as a college, as a of age college student,
Right.
um,
Right.
they had really cheap pitchers of beer. So I
Oh,
think
okay.
that's why the pizza tasted so good. So
Okay.
yeah, it may have been a terrible spot, but
And then um and then there was, if you went, I don't know what the street is, but you turn left where the Ralph's is, you make your way down, like
that's
literally,
PH.
it's PCH.
Yeah,
Okay, so you go down PCH, and all along the right hand side you'll get to,
there was a Tower Records.
yes,
Yep.
yes, and in that area was also a Jamba Juice
Uh huh.
and a Barnes and Noble,
Yeah. And
and
Shorehouse Cafe was around there too.
okay, I never went there. But on the other side of whatever was in the middle there, I don't know why they had a building in the middle of the parking lot, was a Hoff's Hut. There was a Hoff's Hut
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Do you
I have a
remember
bad
Hoff's?
story about Hoff's Hut.
Well, you could share that if you want to.
Yeah, it was just there was a bug in the salad, and they didn't seem to care about it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you know what else was down in that shopping center? There was a
A
Mimi's
bug store?
Cafe. There was a
There's a
Mimi's
Mimi's Cafe?
Cafe. Yeah. And guess what happened at that Mimi's Cafe?
There was a bug in a sandwich?
No bugs there. That's where I took Melissa Reinders to breakfast before we went on a walk on Sunset Beach, and I proposed.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yo, man. So that
Super
Hoff's,
classy Mimi's Cafe.
okay, so that Hoff's Hut, where there was a bug in the salad, is where me and my spouse went to breakfast the morning after our wedding.
No way.
Yes, because we stayed the night of at a hotel in Pike. It's called Pike something now. Before it wasn't all that developed.
Oh yeah, just down off of like Ocean Boulevard or whatever
Yes,
downtown.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, right there.
Yeah.
Shoreline, on Shoreline Drive. Yeah,
Mhm.
where the Grand Prix happens.
Yes.
And that's where we stayed. And then why did we stay there?
The Queen Mary's right there. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, the Queen Mary's right there, and that's why. Even though where we stayed, our window gave us a view of the building right next door. Thanks a lot, but yeah,
you got to pay for that upgraded view, man.
they did. So so we went there. She still had her wedding dress on, and we were like, hey, we just got married and everything. And the dude at the front was like, oh, congratulations. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we go over there and you can't really see nothing out the window.
It's like, I'm going to hook you up with the best room.
I guess that's the best room they had. I don't know. But it was supposed to be actually a boutique hotel. It wasn't one of the big chain hotels at that time.
It was it, did they call it like Motel 8 or something?
It was probably Motel 8 Prime or Premium or something.
There you go. With the free breakfast. The waffle maker.
No, that was Hoff's Hut. They give you a pass to Hoff's Hut.
That's sweet. That's so good. I didn't know we had the Long Beach connection, man. This is
For
good.
real. Long Beach is, wow, where a lot of historic things took place.
Yeah. Great, man. Great city. I'd go live back in Long Beach in 2 seconds.
Oh, for real? All right.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah. Loved it. And you know, once you kind of get down into Long Beach,
Hmm.
you don't really have to go anywhere else. You can get over to Anaheim real quick. You can get to all the whatever beach you want to go to for
That's right.
whatever reason. Um, you can hit all the sports up.
Right.
Disneyland.
Right.
It's all there. You can go get to San Diego real quick.
Right.
Yeah, it's the jam.
Yeah,
Come
it's on
over
that
to
border.
Catalina Island.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did you go? Have you been?
No, my my older kid did this year in February for his sixth grade science trip, like a couple weeks before everything got like shut down. So which is crazy because I'm worried the whole time he's on an island,
I know.
and and they're like, oh, you're not going to hear from him for days, and
But Catalina, there's cell towers there.
yeah, but he doesn't have a cell phone, and
Oh,
they're
oh,
like at a science camp, which is like in you know
oh, oh,
remote
okay.
part of the island.
Okay.
Yeah, but it all worked out
That's good.
clearly.
I think
So we're to the part of the episode where you get to ask me a question. Although I feel like you've asked me a lot of questions.
that's terrible. Um, all right. Well, this is totally unexpected. I honestly thought that this whole time would be about myself. What do you think about me?
you
Hold
like
on, hold on.
you want the real you want an answer to that?
No, no,
You
I
ready?
don't.
I would say buckle
Uh,
your seatbelt, but you're pretty buckled in.
I would like to mention that Bobby Reinders is the winner of a CST Innovative Alum Award.
Distinguished Alum Award.
Oh, I'm sorry, Distinguished
Mm-hmm.
Alum Award. What year was that?
2012.
All right, 2012.
Yeah.
So here's what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Mm, do you feel like, if you were to have like 50 million bucks,
Okay.
or maybe about 48 million bucks,
Okay.
someone were to come to you with 48 million bucks and say,
48 million bucks exactly.
hey, you are a CST distinguished alum.
Uh,
You live with um, turtles and rattlesnakes and things like that. I want you to, I want you to start a new kind of seminary. All
ooh.
right.
Okay. All right. All right.
Um, what's it going to be like?
Oh man. You know, this is going to sound like a cop out question, but do you know who Elaine Heath is?
Yeah, she was at Duke.
Yeah. So she's starting like her own, like she calls it neighborhood seminary.
Okay.
Yeah, which is this super like guerrilla missional badass, you know, hands-on, change the world kind of shit.
Okay.
Oops. Now we have to rate this PG-13, I think. But
Ooh,
yeah. So
there.
so can I is it a cop out if I say like I'd give it to her, but I'd say like she has to hire me to help
well,
it.
well, do you think you can describe that for a second? Well, like,
You
what's
know,
it like?
I don't want to describe like her thing, but my thing.
Yeah, your thing.
And I think we're doing it. We're doing it with lead. Um,
So what's going on with Lee?
with so we have the conference, but I've been working on with the team. We have this great team that we've built over the years of it's all volunteer, pastors, ministry leaders, a lot of people, some of your faves.
Hmm.
And we're been doing the conference, but a group of us have been working on like a leadership cohort. So it's like all the stuff you don't learn in seminary, but you've been in ministry for a few years. Oh, it's raining sideways again. Um, for a few years, and you're ready to ratchet it up to that next level, or maybe you feel stuck, and you need to not just acquire those skills, but you gotta make those connections with other leaders, because we can only do this together. We're strongest together. I think that's where all the breakthroughs happen. when we work together instead of trying to make our stuff happen on our own. So we designed it around these retreats where we'd go and work on things like, we joke that it's like we're kind of ripping off Brene Brown, but I promise we came up with all of it independently. But we work on, stuff like being vulnerable and courageous leadership and stuff like that, but then also focus on practical things like how do you set and achieve goals? How do you work together on a team project? How do you, now I'm blanking that I have to talk about it. So thanks a lot, man. But yeah, it's this mix
You're
of,
welcome.
yeah, it's this mix of like deep diving, how is it with your soul really as a leader, and acquiring those next level practical skills to create change. So we were working on that. That was going gangbusters. We'd done a pilot retreat in Seattle, and we were going to do another one in San Diego, and then, pandemic time happened. So we're going to see where that goes. But to me, I think that's seminary too.
Amen.
Yeah.
How much did you start it with?
Few $1,000, bootstrapping.
So no 48 million.
Not 48 million, no. But I'll figure out how to use it.
Okay.
So, yeah, you be my development officer. Find me
I will.
$48, and you'll come on as the communications director.
I will.
How is just real quick before we wrap up? Speaking of communications directing, what's that been like for you the last couple months? How's your job changed?
Whoa. Last couple of months. Well, last couple of months has been, like in the Bible when they say that, we declare this year to be the year of the Lord's favor.
Yes.
I feel like this is the year of James's favor.
Oh.
Because I feel like in a lot of sense that a lot of kind of what I've been talking about for a while suddenly has become needed, right? And
Yeah.
I hate to make it all about myself. I rarely do that, Bobby. But since you asked me to make it that way, I will.
Do
The
it.
thing is, like, one of the things that I just make, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but I learned this technique. If you could connect anything with social justice, then it makes everything okay. So here's what I'm going to say.
Do it.
For the longest time in the state of California and even the city of LA and anywhere else probably in the United States of America, civic leaders, business leaders, and thought leaders, academic leaders, when they talk about the quote unquote problem of homelessness, they would always talk about it in terms of, hey, we would need millions of dollars. We would need these kinds of housing development corporations to invest millions of dollars so that we can have affordable housing. And this is such a big problem that it would take all of us doing it, all these things all at the same time together in order to maybe make a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now that this pandemic has happened in a matter of weeks, the state government and city government has found all these places for these homeless people to stay.
Right.
All of a sudden, right? All this humongous problem that we had, suddenly people have places to stay. Does everyone have places to stay? No, not everyone has places, but suddenly they were able to find it. And I think that, for a lot of our ministries where, no, we don't need to do that digital stuff. No, that is against our theology and blah, 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 blah. Suddenly, we got to put all our attention into that. And that's, what I felt like is, all right, people, we don't need to panic so much, but if we just follow the words of Bobby Reinders, if we do it together, it's going to be better than if we did it separate. And so that's kind of what it's been like. Yeah.
Cool. I totally agree, man. I think this is there's an argument to be made that the worst of us is coming out right now. But for a few weeks there, it felt like it was the best of us when we were really focusing on people and taking care of people.
There you go.
Yeah. So, well, what closing word, what parting shot do you have? You get to say anything you want to all my friends out there, many of whom are your friends. Um, but do you have a word of hope? You have a word of challenge, or just a you want to talk about Ohio? Go for it.
What I want to say is, this may take a little bit of time, but what I want to say
Okay.
is that the last memory that I have of you,
No,
Bobby Reinders, and
no.
also Melly Reinders, is of having dinner with you at Buca di Beppo, right across the street from Claremont School of
Yes,
Theology. And I forgot why we were there, but we happened to be there. I feel like you invited me to dinner, and I sat there with the two of you, and I think you had both of your children there too.
probably had at least
Um,
one. Yep.
yeah, at least one. I remember the one was going number two, like at the dinner table, and I don't know if you remember that, but it was like really great because
You know, kids, man, it happens at the
I
worst
know
possible time in the
he
worst
was
possible place.
he was making the greatest faces and the greatest sounds, and and I think that what I want to tell people is that, like, um, that Bobby Reinders and Melly Reinders are the kind of people that will invite you to dinner, and you can just have dinner with them. And I really appreciate you, Rob. And
Thank you.
not that you are pretty soon going to make $48 million, and I hope that you will. But I hope that whatever it is that you do and come up with, I can rely on you to not do something that is probably already out there or that's already been done. And I hope that that will be an example, and a point that you would be a point of aspiration for people to follow and try and be like. These are times when I think that the temptation is to be safe, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. After having now three children and being able to have to focus on bank accounts and things like that, and see where the economy is going and see what our jobs are going to be like, and so on and so forth, it is a not a wrong thing to want to be in a place of stability.
Yeah.
But we can't let ourselves off the hook if we went into this thing with the calling, and the calling was not to get tenure or something like that. The
Yeah.
calling was to live up to this Jesus guy or whatever. So
Whoever that guy is.
whoever that guy is,
Yeah.
probably somewhere in Long Beach is where
Probably
he
in
lived.
the LB.
But that's what I want to say. And I appreciate this time, and I appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. Very, very humbled, and I promise I did not pay you to say that.
No, you did not.
And thanks for hold, but you hold me accountable, dude. So I'm gonna try to live up to that.
Okay.
Yeah, but only if I can call you whenever I need to.
At any time, I'm happy to lend you my seatbelt right here. You better get one yourself.
Yeah, strap in. We're going
Yes.
on a ride. Rob and James going on a ride in Long Beach. It's gonna happen.
Amen.
We're gonna make it happen. All right, man. Well, glad we got to connect. Can't wait to connect again in person.
All
Maybe at
right.
a Beppo. And
Yes.
well, you might have kids with diapers at that time, but
Pooping at the table. Yes.
what a great way to end. Why not? We started out with "Where's Ohio," and we end with pooping at the table.
Just know that whenever anyone invites me to anything like this, that's kind of the quality at which things will be.
It's a high quality, sir. it's going to be hard to surpass by other guests. We might as well just stop the show. So, yeah.
All right.
All right. Say goodbye to everybody.
All
Goodbye,
right. Thank
everybody.
you.
Thanks, brother. Love you,
Bye.
man.